All right, this is case 230403. This is People of the State of Michigan versus Dalton Parsons. Prince of the record.
Ricky Anger on behalf of the Probation Department.
Vita Rothstein from the Ingham County Public Defender's Office, appearing on behalf of Mr. Parsons, who is appearing via Zoom from the Ingham County Jail. Today is the date and time set for a probation violation hearing, and it's my understanding upon speaking with Mr. Parsons that he will be admitting to the violations.
Mr. Parsons, sir, do you understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if I accept the plea, you're giving up the right to have a hearing. At that hearing, it would be the responsibility of the probation officer to prove that the violations are true. If I accept that plea, you can be ordered to serve up to 93 days in jail, and you can have the terms and conditions of your probation change. You understand all that?
So what you're saying is that either way, I'm gonna be doing the 90 days.
I said you could be ordered to serve up to 90 days. 93 days. You get credit for any jail time that you've already served.
So what are my options again? I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Well, you're supposed to talk about your options with your lawyer. I'm just telling you what the maximum possible sentence could be.
Well, I'm accepting to the violations.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information that you're going to provide to the court will be the whole truth?
Yes.
You can lower your hand. But I want to make sure that you're doing this voluntarily. Has anyone threatened you or forced you to get you to do this?
No.
Has anyone made promises to you to get you to do this?
No, sir.
So you're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
And this is your own personal choice.
Yeah, I'm ready to get this done and over with. I'm sick of living this way. I need to do something with my life and change. My kids are getting older, and I can't live like this no more. I'm having tons of health issues. I was supposed to have surgery 2 weeks ago at Henry Ford Allegiance Hospital and couldn't because I was in jail. I'm having heart issues. I'm having too many issues, so I need to start getting my life together and getting stuff straightened out. I'm getting too old for this. I'm 33, so I need to do something.
So
I need a lot of help.
You'll place on probation by October. Part of the terms and conditions of your probation were that you had to do some things and you couldn't do other things. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I was having transportation issues was one of my biggest issues.
So let's focus on the violations first. You're telling me the explanation. We need to focus on
Okay.
So is it true that you failed to report your probation on December 5th, February 5th, and February 27th?
Yes.
Is it also true that you failed to enroll in testing on February 19th, February 21st, and February 23rd?
Yes, sir, but they were supposed to be getting it from the clinic, from my methadone clinic.
And is it also true that you got charged with a new criminal offense for driving while your license was suspended back in October?
Yes, sir.
And is it also true that you have failed to comply with any terms and conditions of probation since about February 28th, 2024? Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right, I find that the defendant has knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily tendered a sufficient factual basis for the court to find him guilty of the violations as indicated on the record before the court. Looks like the recommendation is for revocation of probation and for the defendant to serve a period of incarceration determined by the court. Ms. Rothstein.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Dalton, and he does have a plethora of health issues that he's very concerned about. It's my understanding there's also a no bond hold currently on him out of the 30th Circuit Court He's supposed to be arraigned on that on the 14th of this month. In speaking with Mr. Dalton, or with Dalton Parsons, he has expressed to me that he wishes to continue on probation. He feels that he would be more successful now because he is moving to Lansing. I believe he lived in the country in Mason before, but he will be moving in town, so he will have better access to transportation. And he is also going to be concentrating on getting his medical issues under control as well.
What's the situation with the bond out of the case out of 30th Circuit?
Well, it's in Judge Dragonchuk's court, and right now she has a no bond hold on him because he not only did he failing to appear to things here, he was failing to appear to things out there as well. So it's from his pending felony case in her court.
So that's what I'm asking you about. What is the pending felony case?
Involves animal cruelty.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Carson, this is your opportunity to speak.
Okay, what is it am I supposed to be speaking on the probation?
Speak about whatever you think you need to speak about.
Well, Your Honor, right now I am having lots of health issues. I'm supposed to be having heart surgery, maybe. I was supposed to be down at Henry Ford Allegiance down in Jackson last week. They were talking about putting a pig valve or something in. One of my valves is messed up, and I'm also having urinary tract issues. I couldn't get anywhere. My son was in a diabetic coma. I was the only one that could take care of my two daughters. I couldn't get anywhere. I was stuck in a trailer way out on Bellevue Road and Edgar Road, which is out in Onondaga. I couldn't get anywhere. I had no transportation at all. I was even having trouble getting food for my kids. I was having my friends drop food off at my house because I couldn't even get to the store. I couldn't get anywhere. I was literally stuck. I would have came. I had no reason not to show up. I wasn't doing nothing really illegally. If I was in an area, if I would have been in Mason, like in town, like I'm going to be now, I would have been able to get there, and I would have. I wouldn't have skipped out and not shown up because I wasn't doing nothing to where I needed to be nervous to not show up to do my testing or see my probation officer, you know what I mean? So my biggest thing with my probation is I couldn't get to where I needed to go. And I was also dealing with lots of medical issues with me and my son being a type 1 diabetic. He was also in the hospital for 30 days. He was in a coma for 2 weeks. So I had a lot going on at the time, and I didn't know what to do. I was confused, and I had way too many different things going. I didn't know what to juggle.
Did you actually pick up the phone and talk to anybody?
Because I was just being stupid and irresponsible, Your Honor. I should have called somebody and said something. I know that now. And I would, if something came up like that again, I would contact somebody and talk to them. I guess a part of me was scared to contact somebody because I didn't want to get thrown in jail and have my kids get put in foster care because I was the only one for my kids. Nobody else could take my kids. And so I was nervous that if I went to jail on the violations, that my kids weren't going to have nowhere to go.
Who has your kids now?
Right now, the mother of my child has them. She was going through some mental health things, and she has my children right now. And I'm actually fighting a custody case with her about trying to get my children back. I don't even know where my children are at right now. She took off with them and didn't even tell me where she was going. So I'm trying to also fight that too. I'm trying to go to custody court because I have no idea. She pretty much parentally kidnapped my kids, and she's with the dude that she's with is a registered sex offender. His name's Mike. His last name is very hard to pronunciate. It starts with a Y. He's supposedly from Detroit. She met him at the homeless angel shelter on the west side of Lansing, and she took off with him and my kids. I don't know if they went back out to Detroit. I don't know what, but I'm trying to get the courts to figure out where my kids are even at too right now, because my kids are pretty much kidnapped, and I'm not even making that up. I have proof of it.
Yeah, sounds like you got a lot of things going on. I'm just gonna revoke probation because there's no way you're gonna be able to comply with the terms of probation if you've got all these health issues and you've got all these things with your family and your son with diabetes. I'm just gonna order 30 days jail and you'll be done with us. Okay?
Okay.
You
Now, the
know,
time that I've done, Your Honor, will that be added to the third, will that be taken off of the 30 days, the time that I've already done?
you gotta worry about Judge Dragonshot. You got no bond hold, remember?
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying, the time that I've done right now, will that go towards the 30 days you're giving me?
No, that's not. I was kind of figuring that into the math already, which is why I only gave you 30 days. So,
Will I be able to get to a hospital being in here? What happens if I don't make it the full 30 days?
sure.
My health issues are that serious.
Stop talking, stop talking. You ask me a question and you keep talking and I can't answer the question. Yes, you will be able to go to a hospital. The jail medical staff will make sure that if you need to get to the hospital that you do. They don't want you to die in custody.
I've been asking for help the last 3 days from them. They won't even check my blood pressure, and yesterday they denied me, they didn't even bring me my lunch. One of the trustees thought he was funny and gave my sack lunch to the guy that he's friends with. And so I didn't have lunch yesterday. The guards won't answer me when I hit the button. They walk by laughing, making jokes and stuff while I'm in there shaking and crying for my withdrawals. I can hear them out at the desks doing it. They're not helping me at all get anywhere. That's why I'm scared. That's exactly why I didn't want it.
So what are you withdrawing from?
What's that?
What are you withdrawing from?
Heroin.
Okay. Well, it's a miserable existence, but it's not supposed to actually kill you, so. It's supposed to make you pretty sick. You'll be dope sick, but it won't kill you. That's what I understand.
Well, they ain't dosing me and they won't listen to me. And I need to be dosed because I have seizures too. And when you go into withdrawals, you have a high risk of seizures. And then when you have heart issues and you have a seizure, it doesn't make things that much better. I've been having chest pains all morning and they still haven't even come and took my blood pressure. And I've been telling them I've been short of breath and having chest pains all morning and they still have not come check my blood pressure. I couldn't hear you, sir.
I said keep on to follow up with you. You can always type for jail medical. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Let's see, we have Mr.